The Shark Scale deck set has introduced us to not just the best deck set that Takara has released so far, but also the lowest height parts in Beyblade X right now, 450 and under flat. While 450 is a 4-sided ratchet, even lower than 455, and I am not personally a huge fan of 4-sided ratchets as I find the contacts designs make them burst too easily, it is still put at 5mm, making the blade hang low so that there is a smaller chance that it gets hit in the loins. While 4-sided ratchets are not completely worthless as they offer more stronger force of power on attacks, the nature of 4-sided ratchets has been marred by too high of a burst risk and barely anyone bothered trying to use it in competitive scenes. Which is why it's good on Takara to introduce lower height ratchets by using 4-sided ratchets first, so as to keep the meta balanced. Under flat is the second under bit in Beyblade X, being shorter than the low series. While low flat is a lot lower than flat, under flat is the absolute lowest and a bit that is meant for attack. But it does have more of a risk of self-knockout because of flat's nature to maintain high speed on extreme dash, and the height makes it too easy to fly around in the arena. However, it's not the end-all be-all, as with enough practice, under flat can be controlled and you can consistently deal some devastating attacks. With the introduction of both 455 and under flat, if you put these two in the same combo of a blade, it makes the blade insanely low. And even using just one of these two parts on a combo makes the blade low and deadly. CX blades mostly benefit from using one or both because of the lower height this would grant that the assist blades increase. Shark Scale already, whether it's the stock combo or customized with parts like Low Rush, it's already terrorizing the meta. And 450 and or under flat has seen some presence and has even led to a lot of mad scientists thinking of blade combinations to use this with. I myself have been having so much fun playing around with 450 and under flat, and I have found quite a few blades that make good use out of either one of them or both of them. So I am going to show you my personal favorite combos to use with 450 and or under flat. Now again, a disclaimer, these are not guaranteed to win you the world championships. What I found good, you might find bad, so I encourage you to practice and experiment to find what really suits you. Alright, so first up, Cobalt Drake on 450 under flat. I have found that Cobalt Drake works with both 450 and under flat very well, 450 being at such a low height that you won't have to worry about burst so much, and amplifying the 4 contact points of Cobalt Drake to get higher attack power, and under flat maintaining super high speed on extreme dash. 450 under flat is pretty much the shorter stock combo version of Cobalt Drake since it is originally 460 flat. Except at a shorter height, it keeps the problems the original stock had to a minimal and able to dish out some very amazing attacks. This shorter version of the stock combo has made Cobalt Drake into a high-speed battering ram capable of causing both knockouts and bursts. Though it's been most effective on the painted version of Cobalt Drake since it is over 38 grams, the clear version did alright as well, almost to the same level as the painted one, but because the lighter weight, its attacks got nerfed down a little bit, but it will still get the job done. While both the Cobalt Drakes have since been removed from the Takara app, a red version of Cobalt Drake is coming out in October as part of the new Infinity Stadium. Next, Weiss Tiger on 450 under flat. Like I said in my initial combo video on Weiss Tiger, with 450 under flat we maximize the low height all and attack capabilities of this blade. Since Weiss Tiger is considered the perfect balance type, its upper slope blades makes its attack capabilities effective for low height strikes. With this, we aim low and let the upper slope blades do the work. The upper attack that Weiss Tiger can perform from below is hindered a little bit due to the low weight of the blade and the design of the contact point being a bit hollowed out. However, when it does work and hit the correct spot at the correct angle, it's able to cause a huge knockback generated by the speed of under flat. Weiss Tiger is currently available in Hasbro as part of the dual pack with Keel Shark. Next, Buster Dran on 160 under flat. Buster Dran benefits a lot from a low height flat bit. Already on low flat it was really good, but on under flat it gets better. With Buster Dran being a glass cannon blade as it is, flat helps mitigate its lack of stamina, but not completely. Instead, the flat bit acts as more aggressive and high speed bits for Buster Dran to use effectively for its one-hit kills. Buster Dran on under flat can take advantage of the really low height to deal insane damage at high speed, attacking a ratchet directly with its one main contact point. The 160 only adds on to the extra power, and we are able to extreme dash at top speed to generate force and land solid hits. And since it's flat, we have longer stamina for Buster Dran to last a bit longer, but do keep in mind that it is still a glass cannon that you would want to use to get a quick win. Both Buster Dran and 160 come in its own dedicated single. Next, Tyranno Beat on 960 under flat. I don't think I need to tell you how much of a monster this sounds on paper, but in battle it's even more terrifying. Tyranno Beat already is an insane attack type as it has both upper and lower slope blades on both sides, so that when it does make contact with the opponent, it's always going to be a massive hit. And 960 just reinforces its stamina with how rounded it is, and with underflat making the blade lower, it directly attacks the ratchet, so it either destabilizes the opponent, knocks them out with ease, or bursts them. Especially with a fast extreme dash, and even sometimes it just runs wild all over the arena. So like a real Tyrannosaurus Rex that could run at 70 miles an hour at top speed to catch its victims, Tyranno Beat could zoom past to destroy opponents' base. Tyranno Beat is available as part of a dual pack, and 960 is a relatively easy to find ratchet, being available in the Soar Phoenix Deluxe pack, Roar Tyranno single, Mosasaurus dual pack, and Impact Drake. Next, Phoenix Wing on 360 under flat. With Phoenix, we maximize our speed and attack with underflat. Since Phoenix is still one of the top meta attack type bays right now, it makes sense why we will want high impact on extreme dash to really bring out such strong power. The 360 reinforces the power of the main blade's contact points, and underflat allows Phoenix to aim lower. Phoenix is stronger nowadays, with the newest ones released being the updated mold, meaning the weight will increase and will make Phoenix attacks a lot stronger. The weight of Phoenix also makes the extreme dash a lot faster too, leading to even more blunt force on impact. And with this combo, we have gotten a lot of knockouts consistently because of the lower heavy attacks causing the blades to be sent flying out. We went with Blue Sword Phoenix because I find the colors match up with underflat the best. It's widely more available nowadays with it just being a single booster. 360 is also a widely available ratchet that you can find pretty much anywhere. In particular, the Sword Dran single is where this blue and clear one comes from. Next, Hover Wyvern on 560 under flat. With the way Hover Wyvern's blade shape is designed, it makes having it go for scoop up knockouts very effective. With underflat keeping Hover Wyvern at a minimal height, we take advantage of its upward facing blades to really pick apart the opponent and get it to be thrown out into the knockout zone. 560 we get good stamina, and the contact points can add additional attacks. Sometimes we even have burst because of the blades loosening up opponents' ratchets. However, Wyvern, when taking advantage of the speed of extreme dash coming from underflat, can make this become quite the beater in the arena. It is definitely one of the best Hasbro originals that we have gotten, and it will definitely become crazy in Japan when Takaratomi eventually releases it. We can get Hover Wyvern right now from the Drop Attack Stadium set, and 560 is practically available in a lot of sets like Beyond Claw Single, Chain and Senyo Dual Pack, and Sting Unicorn Single. Next, Obsidian Shell on 450 under flat. This on Obsidian Shell is an absolute freak in battle. 450 lines up with the contact points of Obsidian Shell perfectly, and with it being at such a low height, we aim directly for the throat and ratchet snipe the opponent. Despite Obsidian Shell's low weight, we actually have underflat speed to increase the force of the impact to get clean knockouts. Heck, the design of the blade is naturally low for low center of gravity defense that it makes the low attacks more prominent. The blade and ratchet's gap is actually closed up, so the gap is not there, and it makes the 450 fit on the blade perfectly, where there will be really minimal burst risk, and we reap all the benefits of the 450. With this, Obsidian Shell was able to ratchet snipe and cause a great consistent number of knockouts. I think the 450 underflat parts have made Obsidian Shell make a strong comeback. Obsidian Shell is a single booster that is readily available in stores right now. Next, Cobalt Dragoon on 450 Elevate. Cobalt Dragoon benefits a lot from having such a low height ratchet despite it being 4 sides. At a really low height, we reduce the risk of bursting because of Elevate's non-existent burst resistance. While Elevate is still probably the best survival bit that kept Dragoon on the meta boards for such a long time, at a low height, Cobalt Dragoon will reduce the chance of tilted attack types being able to aim low. And with the 450 ratchet lining up with Dragoon's 4 contact points, we also have Dragoon's own attack capabilities increasing as well. There is still a risk of the Elevate bit practically self-destructing, so my recommendation is not pulling too hard when you launch, so that Dragoon doesn't run wild out of control. But with the 450, we still have Dragoon stable, low, and the Elevate bit's life after death ability is still prevalent to get spin finishes against most of the obnoxious stamina types. Cobalt Dragoon is available as a deluxe set with the left spin launcher. Elevate is now available on Hasbro as part of Tidewheel single, but good luck finding it because everyone wants it to the point where the Elevate bit is getting outright stolen out of the package. Seriously, if you do this, go fuck yourself. Next, Keel Shark on 450 under flat. Ratchet Sniping got turned up to 11 with this combo. While this is a stock combo for Shark Scale, it surprisingly works just as well for Keel Shark, if not better. With Keel Shark's sharp protruding double-sided blades like Scale Shark, it's able to have such incredible power on attack. Keeping the blades super low makes it be able to go in for the absolute kill, whether it's bursting the opponents by attacking the Ratchet directly or for very powerful knockouts. Keel Shark on 450 under flat makes this a huge monster. If you want to run both Keel Shark and Shark Scale in the same deck, it is entirely possible to have Keel Shark use 450 under flat and put 160 low rush or any other preferred attack combo on Shark Scale, and you will likely still do good. The combo itself is just a low height ratchet sniping monster or just a super powered knockout blade. Keel Shark is available as 2 single boosters, and a green one is also available as part of a dual pack, though I recommend getting the purple one to match colors. Next, Dran Brave on slash 360 under flat. Like I said before, the 450 and under flat parts seem to be really the saving grace parts that CX needed to return to the island of relevance. Dran Brave right now is still one of the better CX blades that is known for its attack power with its 3-sided wide contacts and the lowest height assist blade, Slash. We keep Slash to let Dran Brave remain at a minimal height, 360 for added power on the contacts, and under flat keeps the blade to relatively the same height as regular blades on 60 ratchets. With this, it makes Dran Brave stand on even footing with minimal risk of being destabilized by the assist blade or bursting, and with the metal contacts lining up with the opponents, we have some very strong attacks that lead to pretty critical knockouts. With under flat also giving Dran Brave an additional speed boost to create a large impact to achieve clean knockouts. Dran Brave is available to buy as a single on Hasbro and has been showing up in stores pretty frequently today, so getting one will not be an issue. And no, I am not calling it Courage Dran, that's stupid! Next, Shelter Drake on 760 under flat. The short height that Underflat provides and the fast aggression mixing with the thin blade design and the bulkiness of 760 makes Shelter Drake turn into a very nice attack type. With this, we achieve very consistent burst finishes because of low height. Drake's blades are actually in a very thin design, and when it grazes the ratchet, it makes it easy to go for the burst finish. And the ratchet increases the weight so that the attack becomes a lot more effective. Shelter Drake comes as a select random booster release in Takaratomi, however the prize Shelter Drake is starting to be sold in Hasbro right now as a single just only recently. 760 can be found with the Leon Crest dual pack, but there will also be a yellow one coming with the Fort Hornet single. Next, Pegasus Blast on Assault 450 under flat. This has made Pegasus Blast practically the same or lower height as Aero Pegasus on a 60 ratchet and rush, with Pegasus being able to hit its metal contacts on the opponent so that we can get a strong knockout each time. 450 and under flat would lower the height that Pegasus Blast needs to really make a strong attacker. I went with Assault for the assist blade since the wide contacts for Assault line up well with the metal contacts of the main blade, but however Slash or Wheel is also assist blades that can work with Pegasus Blast with this. I just went with Assault since it matches with Pegasus Blast's characteristics really well, and we achieved the same results getting clean knockouts at a consistent rate and even sometimes burst finishes. Pegasus Blast right now is only available as a single starter sold by Takaratomi. Next, Impact Drake 450 under flat. Obviously my most favorite attack type right now, Impact Drake, works really well with 450 and under flat because of the blade being left super low and the 4 contact points being lined up with the blade. It's already great to put flat on Impact Drake, but with under flat keeping Impact Drake low, the attack capabilities that the blade has becomes ridiculous. Aiming low on the ratchets and even taking advantage of the rubber shock absorption to make clean knockouts. However, the main primary weakness of the rubber remains intact, with the rubber draining the stamina if the blade gets hit every time. Which is why it's good that the 4 contact points are reinforced, as they are so that Drake can finish off the opponent quickly, and under flat being able to give Drake the speed necessary to make swift attacks on the extreme dash. With Drake's combination of blade design and the low height and fast movements that under flat provides, it makes Impact Drake a super strong ratchet sniper! Impact Drake is only available in Hasbro as part of the Drop Attack Stadium, otherwise you can get it in the starter set that Takaratomi sells. These two parts are exactly the kind of parts that CX is looking for, and I got a feeling that we're gonna be seeing a lot more of these coming in the future. But what do you guys think about these parts, and what are your personal favorite combos to use with these? I always like talking about combos with you guys. Support this channel by pressing the thumbs up, and give us a subscribe for more awesome Beyblade content. I've been Haru Ren. Remember, keep being serious about having fun. Bye!